What's up, guys? I got a special treat for you today. I'm live here with my accountant. So this is Carlotta. She is a ex-IRS agent. She was an IRS agent doing audits for 7 years. And so I thought I'd bring her on here and kind of introduce her to you guys and my clients and everything, because the fact is there's so many of you that I see every day that are you're missing out on tax money. Like I was just talking to her. Even if you don't have like tons of profits, even if you're losing money on your business, you're still missing out on a bigger refund check because you don't understand the tax laws and stuff. So, well, first you can say hi to everyone.
Hi guys, I'm Carlotta. I help business owners pay the least tax legally possible, and also get you the best refund.
Yeah, so I've been working with her for about 2 years, and it's just been a tremendous blessing for my business. She's saved me so much money. She's gotten me in a different mindset to where I've even been able to grow my business just because I understand tax deductions now. I understand all the things that really goes into this so that I can both grow my business and save at the same time. So we just actually got done recording a huge video, which I'm going to release on Friday. That'll be November 15th, I believe. And so real quick, I just want to hit on some basics and get your guys' opinions. Like, you have a really powerful accountant here. She's done a lot of amazing stuff for a lot of people. So start commenting your questions below. If there's anything you want to know about taxes, IRS, business deductions, like mileage, that's one thing we talked about, how to save a lot of money. Let's see. So can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Yeah, guys. So like Jake said, was an ex-IRS agent, or I am an ex-IRS agent. I worked at the IRS, and I thought I was going to help business owners there, but finally realized that I needed to help them before they got into an audit. And so what I focus on is helping business owners pay the least tax legally possible, but also focusing on how to dominate the IRS if you're in an audit. And because honestly, guys, if you're a business owner, you're probably going to go through an audit eventually. And we just want to make sure that you can dominate the IRS and that you can come out on top. There's lots of things that we focus on. Like I said, our biggest focus is on how to save you taxes. Remember, even if you don't make anything, or you're just starting, or maybe you only make a few $1,000s, you need to know how to deduct expenses and how to change things that you think are personal into business expenses, because that's going to increase your refunds, or that's going to help you pay less tax depending on which side of the coin you're on. Our tax law is made where the more people make, if they get into that sweet spot, they can actually increase their refunds by thousands of dollars. So definitely that's where we focus. We're tax strategists. And we're just focusing on how to help you get more back out of your business and save the least, or save the most.
Yeah, and I'm super pumped to release our little webinar that we did, because we were talking about like how even if you're barely making anything, how to cut your tax rate instantly by 15%. And this is something I'm implementing this year, and it's saved me a ton of money. Things like that, how to, like we discussed different ways where you can actually write off your mileage. Like I know it's a lot of accountants will tell you can't do mileage, but we have some ways around that. So it's really cool. We've got one question here on the group, and they say, how do we file our taxes if we're an independent contractor at someone else's shop and don't have a business license for our own shop?
So you're going to file as a sole proprietorship on your tax return. Now, I'm going to tell you, a sole proprietor has the highest tax rate. They're going to pay that 15% unless we do some tricks to move you out of that. But yeah, so you're going to file as an independent contractor, sole proprietor. You want to make sure that you are keeping up with all of your expenses, and also make sure that you learn that secret of how to turn those personal miles of commuting into business miles.
Yeah, we even talked about like a lot of different ways you can save a ton of money on like even your cell phone bill, your rent, like your house rent or your apartment rent, or if you own a house, like different ways like that. Let's see, what else can we talk about? So one thing I also really thought was interesting is basically like, even if you're not like because obviously we don't have a bunch of millionaires on here or anything, but even if you're just like a normal average like income, you could pay up to 50% taxes if you're not smart with it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. By the time you pay self-employment tax, state tax, and federal tax, I mean, you can be taxed to death. And then you're like, well, why did I even start this business? Because I'm being taxed way more than an employee. A business owner is the worst place to be in for taxes. So we want to move you into that business, the small business area where you're actually cutting your tax rate. Um, but yeah, we talked about all kinds of deductions that a lot of you are missing out on. Like when you first started your business, you had a whole bunch of stuff that you had personally that you turned to business use. How can you deduct those things, even though you bought them like 3 years ago? You can actually turn those into deductions when you start your business.
Yeah, and so the biggest fear I had about doing something on accounting is people would just look at it and be like, "Oh, well, I just started my business. I got other things to worry about." But guys, don't wait. Like I waited and it just crushed me last year. And so like start from day one. Like know what you can deduct on your taxes so that when you're making business decisions on like how to invest your money, where to invest your money, you could do it smartly so that because obviously a lot of times I focus on profit and how to grow revenue, how to make more money. But if you're just making money just to give it to the government, it's kind of pointless. And so you've got to learn how to maximize your profit and save that money on the back end.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to keep a dollar or to protect a dollar that you make than it is to make more.
Yeah.
And I think that's huge whenever you become a business owner. But, one of the things I always tell people is when you become a business owner, you just made you can make up to $5,000 and not pay any tax on it, because by the time you write off your things that you already have to buy as an individual, you just made it where you could make those a tax deduction, so it offsets that income you made. So like your cell phone, your internet, your home office, all of those things. And some of you are probably like, well, I don't have space in my home to have an office. But remember, it doesn't have to be a room that is only for your home office. It just has to be a defined area. So you could put up some dividers, and as long as the IRS could walk in that room and say, okay, we know that's the defined space, then you have a home office.
Yeah, and obviously the advantage of that is the things that you're already, and this is not even about like spending more money. This is about taking things that you already use, the places you already live, things you already drive, and saving yourself a ton of money. Yeah. And so that's why I felt like this was so important for the industry, because I feel like we get a lot of new business owners and it's hard to keep up with everything and keep up with all that stuff. And so this is a very easy to understand webinar. I break it down for you guys because, I mean, you guys know, I know your situation because I deal with you every single day for the past 3 years. And so we had someone asking about an LLC. So guys, we're actually doing a full in-depth, like how to start an LLC, what kind of stuff you should do, what are the benefits on this little course. And so just to make the announcement, this course is coming out on Friday. And so if you are interested, or if there's anything in particular you want us to add to that, because there's going to be like downloadable PDFs, there's going to be an interview style. As if you've seen my webinars before, it's going to be similar stuff. So I've got interview, I've got more in-depth training. And so you kind of get the best of both worlds. And then someone has said, do you take on new clients or do you have someone you can refer for taxes?
Yeah, we take on new clients. Like I said, when you come into our firm, we start with tax strategy. We show you all the things that you can save, and then we infuse that into every step of the way. So to find us, you can go to www.carlottathompson.com, and I'm sure Jake will put that.
Yeah, I'll put that a link.
You can sign up for a free consult, and we'll tell you how much we can save you, and just see if it makes sense to work with us.
Perfect. So basically, if you have questions or if you're interested, if you want me to send you the information once I get everything in order over the next couple of days, I'll comment below and you guys will be the first I notify. And then if I get enough comments on here, I might even do like a little pre-order sale. And so just let's see how many comments we get and see what we can do. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about before we get off here?
I would say just make sure you ask all your questions, because in this course, I'm going to go do deep dives into all these things, like what is better, LLC or S Corp. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you the secrets of what you need to do and when you need to do them, so you're set up for success. So any questions you have, make sure you document, because I'm going to have Jake give me a list of all of those so I can go more in depth with them.
Yeah, guys, and this is information that I've literally paid her thousands of dollars over the past couple of years to get, and now I'm bringing it to you for a very, very small fraction of that price. Are you able to see the comments or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
So probably you had an IRS agent. You probably didn't tell them the right things. So I'll go into that as far as the mileage goes. There's a trick to this. And so you probably didn't have the right things in place. It's really easy to turn that mileage that's commuting into business miles, but there's a trick that you have to do. And if you do that, then no, it's not deductible. So I'm going to tell you how to do that one thing to shift that. And guys, that alone can save you thousands of dollars. And it's something you're already doing. So why not shift that commuting mileage to business mileage? If you only did that one thing, guys, that one trick, and it's really easy, that could save you thousands of dollars, and it would be worth the little bit that Jake's gonna charge for this course.
Yeah, and then someone said, I can't make it Friday. So this is not going to be a live event. We've already recorded a portion of it, and then she's going to be recording the deep dives this week to have on there. So it's not a live event. I'm just releasing it on Friday. It'll be ready by Friday. So like I said, if you're interested, just let us know. It looks like we got a good bit of people already interested, so that's good. But yeah, this guys, this is huge. Like, I know accounting and numbers and stuff are not always everyone's favorite topic, but I've learned over the years it's so essential. Whether you're losing money or you're making a lot of money, either way, you need to understand the basics. You need to know what to look for as you're running your business, what to keep track of, what to invest in, because there's a lot of ways. I mean, it's like I said, I mean, you don't want to just give all your money to the government, or you don't want to miss out on all those refund possibilities or just saving money. It's really critical.
Yeah, and one of the things that I do is I break it down so my kids can understand it, because if my kids can't understand it, I can't expect a business owner to understand it. You're going to see most accountants like talk over your head and try to make you understand things that you can't understand. I make it really easy. Also have PDFs where it breaks it down for you so anybody can understand it. So just really easy information that is easily understood for business owners, because guys, I know all of my clients are small business owners, and we need things that we can understand that we can implement, that are not, foreign language to us.
Yeah, and don't worry if you're like intimidated by taxes, because this is not meant to make you like a tax expert. This is meant to give you the things you need to like have a lot more success by just understanding those basics. It's just like you guys at marketing, you know that if you don't understand the basics and stuff, like how are you going to hire someone to do it, or know how to hire the right person, or just all that stuff. So it's super critical, super important. I know a lot of people in this industry. I've got clients who've been audited within the past few months. And so if you're not prepared for that, it can be a real kick in the butt.
Yeah, and remember, your accountant, it's not how much they charge you, it's how much they cost you. Because accountants cost you a lot of money, especially in an audit, because they're all terrified of the IRS, so they tell you stupid advice.
Yeah, and not all accountants are created equal. That's why I brought her on, because I think she has definitely the best advice. Like, she's very active in all kinds of business groups. And you said you've even worked with a lot of beauty businesses, right?
Yeah, so I've audited a lot, and I've also worked with a lot. So I can tell you from both sides what they miss out on, where their weaknesses are. And so you can make sure you don't make the same mistakes.
Yeah, and if you're just tuning in, she was an IRS agent for 7 years before she decided to come to the good side.
I knew I could make a difference. I definitely have a lot to share, and I want to make sure that business owners honestly are paying the least tax legally possible, because that's our right as a business owner, guys. We make the most money. We've changed the world. I mean, do you ever wonder how Trump doesn't pay taxes? He's a business owner, and that's what we want all of you. We want you all to grow your businesses and then grow your wealth and do it all tax free, because we make the difference in the world.
And you shouldn't be ashamed to like try not to pay taxes, as long as you do it legally. Like, you should. And just a disclaimer: this is all about the United States. I don't know the tax code in Canada or United Kingdom, but I'm sure a lot of the concepts are similar. Do you know anything about that?
I don't know a lot of the tax laws, but I know a lot of the concepts are similar. But definitely, I am an ex-IRS agent. I didn't work in other countries, but the tax laws are similar. They're not exact though.
Yeah, and for those asking, I will put a link to her business probably in the post description after I post this. Cool. And like I said, even if we're not live right now, if you're watching this later, go ahead and comment. We will be watching the comments, and we will look at what you guys are wanting to learn. Even though I think we've covered a lot of the great stuff in the course, we've already covered a lot. But if there's anything I'm forgetting, I would love to hear your feedback on what you want to hear.
Yeah, definitely. And
awesome.
I can change what I record based on what y'all say as well. So if I record all these and I miss something, I'll definitely make sure I answer everyone's questions as long as you post them here.
Yeah, guys. Well, I'm super excited about this. Like I said, I think it's going to bring tremendous value to the industry. I've never seen anybody else make any kind of course like this. And even if they did, I've never met an accountant this great. And she really does care. Like she volunteered to come do this with us. I remember last year when I was kind of freaking out because I'm telling you not to do. I waited and I thought that, taxes, I need to focus on marketing. I need to focus on growing my business. Who cares about taxes? And then at the end of the year, I was like, crap, I'm going to be losing a lot of money. But luckily, she was able to save me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars with her advice and help. And so she really does care.
If I saved you a lot, but I could have saved you a lot more had you come in January.
I know. I still regret that, but that's why I'm trying to help other people and warn other people.
Exactly. It's don't wait until you start making money to get this advice. Like, guys, you need it now, and it will save you thousands of dollars. And guys, this course is cheap compared to anything I've seen. I mean, I charge a lot more than what this courses, and Jake can attest to that. I mean, you need this information, even if you're, like I said, losing money or you just started. There's secrets, guys, that if you just started that you can take advantage of that will increase your refund like crazy, just because you just started your business. So
yeah, and my goal is always to kill like 2 or 3 birds with one stone. So it's always like, how can I grow my business? How can I make the most money / save the most money so have the highest profit margins out of that? And then also, how can I increase the quality of my life? And through all these accounting techniques you've taught me, I've been able to do all 3.
That's awesome.
Great. Well, we'll go ahead and get off here now. But yeah, just comment your questions below. Let us know, and we'll keep watching the questions. I'll send out the info on maybe Thursday, but this course is definitely launching on Friday. And so we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for all those who engaged.